friends. Today, I am going to be attempting to read as much as I can in 24 hours. I am doing a 24-hour readathon with my Patreon. So right now it is 11 a.m. on Saturday and our readathon officially starts in an hour. So from noon Saturday until noon Sunday, I'm gonna read as many things as I can. I'm literally gonna be doing nothing else. I'm just streaming on my Patreon and reading. Hopefully I can get a lot read. So let me know what my TBR is. These 4 books are kind of just what I have planned to read. Hopefully I would be able to read more than this. We have Honey Trap by Tate James, which is a romance book about like a guild of assassins. That's all that I know about it, but it sounds really good. Then we have Run Posey Run, which is a mafia kidnapping kind of situation. Green-Eyed Monster, which is a little fantasy novella. And then Psycho by Onley James, which is about a serial killer. So I feel like the best way to like really set me up for success today is I have a mixture of audiobooks and ebooks that I'll be able to kind of like switch back and forth between. And I'm gonna be doing reading sprints all day, so that's gonna be like specific, like timed reading. However, the ultimate, most #1 way I need to set myself up for success is to have coffee, which I haven't had yet. It's already 11 o'clock. I've just been kind of like laying in bed all morning trying to like soak up all of my rest. I didn't want to like waste it before we actually started the 24 hours. So I'm gonna go make a coffee. So let's go. All right, my coffee has been made. I just barely had enough milk left to make this one coffee. So either I'm gonna have to go to the store and get more milk, or I'm just gonna end up drinking straight espressos for the rest of the day. We shall see. But I think I decided that the first book I'm gonna start is Green-Eyed Monster because it's only 40 pages and I wanna start off like with a bang. And I feel like if I start something really short and get that completed quickly, that will like give me good momentum for the rest of the day. This is now the 1 hour check-in. It is 1 o'clock. We are doing another sprint, but I wanted to film this quick little update because I finished my first book. I finished Green-Eyed Monster by Elsie Winter, and basically this was like a short novella. It's a fantasy romance about an orc and a forest fairy who go to a university together and they have a little romance. It was very short, like 35 pages, but it was super cute, fluffy. I loved like the world, like the little bit of the school and the world that we saw. So I'm very excited to actually read like the full-length book in that series called Leviathan Song. And I actually looked it up when I was on sprints, and the very first line of it says that it's about a magical mafia and a siren. That sounds amazing. I might actually try to read that during this readathon if I finish my TBR first. So yeah, I don't know what I would rate Green-Eyed Monster, maybe like 3.5 stars. It was very cute, but it was just so short. I don't really know that I could rate it higher than that, but I really did enjoy it. So we're 1 hour done. 1 book done. So and now I'm going to be starting Psycho by Onley James, which is the second book in her serial killer romance series. Book 1 was unhinged and I liked it, but I gave it 3 stars. It like wasn't my favorite, but a lot of people have told me that book 2 is better and that I will like book 2 more. I think because the love interest is like an FBI agent or something, and that really reminds me of the Mindfuck series by St. Abbey. I'm gonna start that. The audiobook is 7 hours, but I'm gonna turn up the speed a little bit, so I definitely will be able to finish that within the next couple of hours. They just have like their little meet cute, except it was like whatever is the opposite of a meet cute. So you have August, who's the main character. He's a serial killer. His adopted father is basically this like billionaire who adopted a bunch of boys who were diagnosed as psychopaths. And that's what the whole series is about, is all of these psychopathic kids that he raised to be serial killers who kill bad people. So August is one of them, and at the beginning of the book, he runs into the new criminology professor at school who is an ex-FBI agent who left the FBI because he kind of went a little crazy because he is clairvoyant. And so when he touches things, he can see stuff about them, know stuff about them. Having all these like dark visions was like really getting to him. So their meet cute is that they bump into each other and they touch, and Lucas all of a sudden has all these visions of like blood and death and gore and violence, and he freaks out and runs away because August is a serial killer. So he's seeing all these murders. I'm loving it. I love it so far. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in your dog bed. Okay. It's just comfy. I'm sorry. I'll give it back to you in a second. He's like, what the hell? That's my spot. Okay, my first sprint session of the day is over. It's now 3 o'clock, so I'm 3 hours in, and I've finished Green-Eyed Monster, and I'm halfway into Psycho, and I'm loving it. Oh my god, I'm loving it so much. It is like so cute, but also very steamy. I was like on camera while I was reading it, trying not to make faces because I was just like squealing. It is very cute. I'm really enjoying it. I just ordered some lunch so that I could eat and maybe take a little nap before I start my next live sprints. But I thought I would do just a little mini book haul. I got some book mail yesterday. Loki's just walking around me in circles. He does not know what to do with himself now that I'm sitting in his dog bed. I'm sorry. Give me a minute, okay? So the first book I got is Radiant Sin by Katie Roberts. I got an arc of it. It doesn't come out till next year. This is the 4th book in her Dark Olympus series. However, I don't think I'm continuing this series anymore, so I'm giving this away to one of my patrons who is participating in the readathon today. But the other 2 books I'm so excited about. So the first one is Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match by Sally Thorne, which is a Frankenstein romance. What? And it says it's a historical rom-com that imagines Victor Frankenstein's sheltered younger sister Angelica and her attempts to create the perfect man. It sounds so cute. I definitely will be reading this in October. I'm very excited for it. I feel like I'm gonna love it. I hope I love it. And then the other book I got, I've not heard anything about, but I saw it on Goodreads and the cover intrigued me, and then the synopsis reminded me of Grady Hendrix, like the Southern Book Club's Guide to Vampires, and that's Suburban Hell by Maureen Kilmer. It says a Chicago cul-de-sac is about to get a new neighbor of the demonic kind. So it's about these women who live in this little cul-de-sac, and then somebody moves in, and are they a demon? Together, they must fight the evil spirit to save the neighborhood before the suburbs go completely to hell. I don't know, it just sounds like it's gonna be really like fun, and like I said, definitely gives me Grady Hendrix vibes. So those are 2 books that I am hoping to read in October, but that is my little book mail. I think my lunch is about to arrive, so I'm gonna go eat that, and I'm gonna continue listening to Psycho while I'm eating. I really feel like I could finish this very quickly. All right, it is now 5 o'clock. We're 5 hours into my 24 hours, and I just finished Psycho by Onley James, and I loved it. Oh my god, I'm giving this 4 stars, 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I'm so glad that I continued with the series, even though I didn't love book 1. This one was so much fun, and there's just this way, like, the family and like all of the sons, all the brothers, they're just so funny. And there's something about like psychopaths who struggle with emotions. Watching them like have crushes and then obsessions and fall in love with their love interests is just so good. I loved it. And I specifically loved August, who was the main character in this one. He was very cute. I really liked him. Yeah, this was great. A really great read. It is now 6 o'clock, and I decided to start Run Posey Run by Casey Wells. This is a mafia romance about a couple who are already together, but then at the beginning of the book, there's like a misunderstanding and he breaks up with her. Somebody releases like a revenge sex tape video of the main character from when she was 18, so it's an old video, but her boyfriend, who is this mafia boss, thinks that it is a recent video because somebody like edited it and put like a recent date timestamp on the video. So he thinks it's recent and that she cheated on him. So he becomes very cold, very cruel, and breaks up with her, throws her out, and basically is like, if I ever see you again, I'm gonna kill you. So now she is like on the run because the mafia leader, like the mafia boss leader, sent men after her to kill her. And she has no money, she has no job. Now she's like shit out of luck. But the guy, her ex, when he finds out that the mafia leader sent people to kill her, he's like, hold up, wait a minute. I don't want her dead. She's mine. So now he's trying to get her back. And that's where I'm at. I'm only on like chapter 3 and he's trying to find her, but he can't find her. And I'm really enjoying it, although chapter 1 made me angry. It made me angry because he was so mean to her. She was trying to tell him the video is old and he didn't believe her and he was so mean. And I'm just, he's gonna have a lot of groveling to do. He better grovel. He better grovel so much because I'm mad. I'm mad at him, but I am really liking it. So I'm gonna keep reading that. It's a good time. So far, I've been loving all of my books. All right, it is now 8 o'clock and I just finished, oh, hello. Yeah, I finished Run Posey Run by Kate C. Wells. Dude. And I really liked it. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. The guy in this was crazy, okay? He was a psychopath and it was like the most touch her and you die vibes because he did not want anyone to touch his woman. And I definitely feel like he groveled in his own way. But yeah, it was just fun. It was really fun and I really liked it. So now I'm not exactly sure what book I'm gonna start next. I think it'll be the Tate James book, Honey Trap. We're only 8 hours in and I've already read 3 of the 4 books on my TBR. Okay, actually, scratch that. I don't think I'm gonna start Honey Trap right now because I just read 2 romances back to back about killers and I just think I'm in the mood for something else. And then I just saw Carrie's comment that reminded me about the book Girls Weekend that I did have on my TBR. It is like a cute monster romance, fantasy romance with elves and orcs. And I feel like I'm more in the mood for a fluffy book right now. After reading about psychopaths back to back, I need to switch it up. So I just borrowed that audiobook on Hoopla and I'm gonna start it right now. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I finished Girls Weekend and I really liked it. It was super cute. I think like 3.5 stars? 4 stars? 3.5. It was exactly what I wanted. Fluffy, cute. I'm getting sleepy. Like we're only 9 hours in and I'm already like, time for bed. I don't think I'm gonna start anything right now. I kind of just want to go to sleep. But I mean, I've read 4 books. Well, 3 books, 1 really short novella. So I've done good. I'm happy with what I've done. I feel like I can sleep and then I'll just read more in the morning when I wake up. Good morning. All right, so slight change of plans here. It's actually now a couple days later. I had an emergency come up and I wasn't able to finish the 24-hour readathon within those 24 hours. So we're just gonna pick it up now and pretend like it's still the same 24 hours. I mean, I could have just lied to you guys and actually pretended like it was the next day, but you know, I want to be honest, I don't want to lie. So it's currently 8 a.m., which means that I have 4 hours left in my original 24 hours. So I'm gonna do some more reading. So since it's a couple days later, I have read some of the other books that were on my TBR. So now I think I'm going to read Their Vicious Darling, which is the 3rd book in Nikki St. Crow's dark Peter Pan retelling. I have this on my Kindle. So I'm gonna read that for a little bit this morning, and then depending on how long that takes me, I might pick up a graphic novel. I just got the notification that my hold for Garlic and the Witch came in for my library, which is like a really cute cozy graphic novel. It's the second volume. I really loved the first one. I read that last month. If I have time, I will read that as well. I think right now, while I'm reading, I'm gonna go sit outside with my parents' new cat, who I met for the first time yesterday, and I'm like already in love with her. I've never really been a cat person, but she is so cute and cuddly, and like instantly the second that I met her, she was like in my lap wanting cuddles. And I love cuddles. So I'm gonna go out there and sit with her while I read. I've been sitting outside for a while and I finished reading the third Never King book. What's it called? Their Vicious Darling? I think that's the title. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna rate this. I feel like this series, I feel the same way about every single book in that objectively they're not very good, but they're addicting and I have a great time when I'm reading them. And I read each one in a single sitting because I just don't want to put them down. Basically what this series is that it is a dark reverse harem, fantasy romance, Peter Pan retelling, and they're just really fun. I don't want to call them guilty pleasures because I don't like that term. I don't really believe in that, but they're the type of books that like are never going to be my favorites. I think overall they're like 3 stars, but they're so entertaining. I love reading them. And that's how I felt about the first 2. That's how I feel about this one. I will say though, every single book ends on like a really big cliffhanger, and that is a little frustrating because I don't know when the next one is gonna come out. But yeah, they're just really fun. I enjoyed it. I had a good time sitting outside with Kitty, and I have an hour left, which I think is the perfect amount of time left to read the graphic novel Garlic and the Witch. So I'm gonna go read that, and then we will finish off this 24-hour readathon. Okay, so I finished Garlic and the Witch and it was super cute. It was super cute. I definitely recommend these graphic novels if you're looking for something that's just like really quick, cozy, cute vibes. So this 24-hour readathon is now over, and I wanted to kind of wrap up everything I read, let you guys know the total number of pages that I read. So I ended up reading 4 books, 1 novella, and 1 graphic novel, which comes out to a total of 1,227 pages. So yeah, I feel like I did really good. I didn't really have like a set page number or like number of books that I wanted to read in 24 hours. I just kind of wanted to read as much as I could and as much good stuff as I could. Like I really just wanted to read stuff for fun and have fun, and I did. I accomplished that. So yeah, that is gonna be the end of this vlog. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!